Howdy y'all, this is Dwight and welcome back to my channel. Well, I was out running errands the other day and of course had to run by the old Walmart for a thing or two, and I noticed out in their old parking lot they had a few Japanese maples out there for sale, and that stuck with me all evening. And I want to thank Bonsai Northwest channel, the gentleman there. I asked him about it because trees I noticed was between 6 to 7 foot tall, and on the bin they was in was the $30 basically. And he gave me a few tips and advice, which I do appreciate. Which one of them being check to see about if they're grafted, and if they are, how does it look, and etc. So I went ahead and went back this afternoon to take a gander at them. Well, so I got looking there at the base, and all the tall ones, which is what I originally noticed the other day, looked to me like they was grafted about 2-3 inches up out of the soil. Because every single one of them, it came up, and then there was a jog, and you could tell there was like something had been stuck down on top of a stump or something or another. Wasn't horrible looking by no means, but once I seen it, I couldn't unsee it. And I seen every one of them was like that. Well, now there was some shorter ones in there, around the 5 foot range at best, to be honest with you. And they was the bloodgood Japanese maples. And now they was $10 higher and significantly smaller. But I looked at them and it looked like it was a natural trunk all the way down the roots. And there wasn't a huge selection of those ones. And there was one that caught my eye, a little raggedy to be honest with you. So I'm keeping my receipt just in case. But I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it, even though it was a little bit more money. But I'm hoping that if the thing lives for me, then I can start training it towards being a bonsai. So I'm going to turn y'all around and we'll take a gander, and hopefully we can get a halfway decent look at it, and we'll see what kind of raggedy twig I brought home. I have it here in my little greenhouse. I'm not real sure how well we'll be able to get a look at it, but this here's the tag. Like I said, so it was $10 more than the ones that looked to me like they'd obviously been grafted, and they was a lot taller. But this, from best I can tell, it doesn't have any signs of graft that I can tell, and I did dig down to where I started finding roots, and it looked like it was getting a nice set of fibrous roots, even just up above where, what would you call it, the namari is, where the roots actually starting to go outwards. So I believe with this little bit of the reddish color going all the way down, I believe this is not been grafted, which I'm assuming is the cause for the little bit steeper of a price tag. Now, we did have a couple nights that got down about freezing this past week, and I'm assuming that's probably because it looks to me like the ends got nipped. They've turned brown, even though it still has good color down in the large part of the little branch here. But all the small stuff, little bitty small branches, look to me like it's been nipped pretty hard, to be honest with you. And even on the tallest section of it. So this, at some point in time, it got really in some freezing temperatures, I do believe. But over here, looks like we still have some color, and the buds still have color in them. So here and there, I can see where there's still color in the tree, and there's still some color in some of the buds, even though, like I said, it is a bit raggedy looking. But this is the one that caught my attention, and if it will hopefully live for me, I have some ideas on how to train this within the next few years. So fingers crossed that it will come around for me. I'm going to keep it here in my greenhouse, which we ain't forecast to have any real bad. See, it got nipped up in here too. Any freezing temperatures again, but just in case, I'm going to keep it in my greenhouse where it's just a little extra warmer. So this is an introduction, and quite the chance on my part for a bloodgood Japanese maple that I got from the old Walmart. So fingers crossed I will have a living tree out of it. Well, for everyone that stopped by and watched this little video, I do thank you. I know somebody that might be taking interest to that one. But anyways, I do thank you. And until y'all come by and visit with me again, y'all take care.